When it comes to news, current affairs, and sports, we are the best. Carnival Radio, Carnival Radio, Carnival Radio. We are the best. Carnival Radio, enjoyment unlimited.
All the hits, one station.
You're listening to Carnival Radio.
Good evening, this is World News from Carnival Radio. I am Oluwadame Larry Patmos. To begin the news this evening, we start from Africa. Burkina Faso's government has passed a law banning homosexuality, with those found guilty facing 2 to 5 years in prison, according to state broadcaster. The draft law was unanimously passed on Monday by 71 unelected members of the country's transactional government, which has been in place since the military seized power under the leadership of the now President Ibrahim Traoré after 2 coups in 2022. Justice Minister Edaso Rodrigo Bayala announced the law on national broadcaster RTB and said those guilty would also face fines along with serving prison time. Moving forward to Europe, a European Union court on Wednesday upheld the fact governing the transfer of personal data between the 27-nation bloc and the United States, dismissing a challenge by a French lawmaker. In effect since 2023, the EU-US data privacy framework was the bloc's third attempt at a legal framework to protect Europeans' personal data in exchanges with the United States. The previous two accords called the Safe Harbor and Privacy Shield were struck down by the EU's top court following challenges led by Maxi Scream, an Australian legal activist. The country's French lawmaker Philippe Latombe brought his challenge to the Exit Pact before the Luxembourg-based General Court, the lower chamber of the Court of Justice of the European Union, in 2023. He sought his annulment on the ground that it did not fully respect the bloc's own data protection rule, and argued the practice of the U.S. intelligence agencies collecting personal data in bulk while in transit from the EU was illegal. In Asia, the leaders of China, Russia, and North Korea have appeared in public together for the first time in a show of solidarity at a massive military parade in Beijing. President Xi Jinping said the world faced a choice between peace and war as China unveiled a huge arsenal of weapons, including nuclear missiles, with a global reach to mark the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. The display was not just a look at where China has been or how far it has come. It was a showcase of where the country is going. Xi played the role of a global leader prepared to stand alongside with the most sanctioned leaders in the world, Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un. Moving forward to South America, lawyers for Jair Bolsonaro will present their defense arguments at the trial at the Supreme Court in Brasilia on Wednesday. The former Brazilian president governed the country from January 2019 to December 2022 and is accused of leading an attempt coup after his defeat in 2022 presidential election. On Tuesday, the judge presiding over the trial alleged that Bolsonaro had tried to instill a veritable dictatorship after losing to his left-wing rival Luis Inacio Lula da Silva. Bolsonaro was denied the charges and denounced the trial against him as a political motivated witch hunt. In Australia, Australia has agreed to pay the tiny Pacific nations of Nauru 2.5 billion Australian dollar over 3 decades to host deported non-citizens with accommodation for the forced deportees already prepared, Australian officials said on Wednesday. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's centre-left government is expected to pass a law on Thursday making it easier to deport non-citizens to third countries, reviving criticism from human rights groups that it was dumping refugees in small island states and drawing comparison with U.S. President Donald Trump's immigration policies. And with that, we've come to the end of the world news this evening. You can check out our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. You can also download the Carnival Media app on Google Play Store and the iOS App Store. My name remains Oluwadamilari Badmos. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good evening.